Imagine for a moment that the gods described in ancient Hindu texts were not just mythological beings, but visitors from other worlds, wielding technology far beyond our understanding. Could the Devas, the celestial beings of Hindu mythology, have been advanced extraterrestrial civilizations mistaken for gods? This question may seem like science fiction, but it's one that has fascinated historians, scientists, and spiritual seekers alike for decades. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence that supports this theory comes from the Vedas, the oldest and most sacred texts of Hinduism. These ancient scriptures are filled with stories of gods descending from the heavens in flying machines known as vimanas. These flying vehicles were described in great detail, with some accounts portraying them as multi-storied structures capable of traveling not only across the Earth, but through the sky and even to other planets. In modern terms, the descriptions of vimanas are eerily similar to what we now understand as spacecrafts. Could it be that what ancient people interpreted as divine beings traveling in chariots of fire were actually extraterrestrials using advanced technology? The ancient epic, the Mahabharata, takes this notion even further. It describes a great war in which the gods used weapons so powerful that they resemble modern-day nuclear technology. Consider this description. A single projectile charged with all the power in the universe, an incandescent column of smoke and flame as bright as 10,000 suns, rose in all its splendor. It was an unknown weapon, an iron thunderbolt, a gigantic messenger of death. This passage sounds suspiciously like the aftermath of a nuclear explosion. Could the gods in these stories have been using weapons of mass destruction far beyond the capability of any ancient civilization? And if so, where did they come from? Many believe that the answer to this lies in the ancient astronaut theory. This idea, popularized by thinkers like Erich von Däniken, suggests that advanced beings from other planets visited Earth in antiquity, bringing with them technology and knowledge that was incomprehensible to early humans. These beings, perceived as gods, might have used their technology to manipulate the elements, fly through the skies, and even alter the course of human evolution. The Vimanas described in the Vedas could have been their spacecraft, while the Devas and Asuras, the gods and demons of Hindu mythology, could have been rival extraterrestrial factions warring for dominance. Let's delve deeper into the symbolism of Devas and Asuras. The Devas, often depicted as benevolent beings who uphold cosmic order, could represent one group of extraterrestrial visitors, perhaps those who sought to guide humanity. On the other hand, the Asuras, frequently portrayed as aggressive and disruptive forces, might represent another faction of extraterrestrials with a different agenda. Hindu texts describe epic battles between these two forces, battles that spanned both the heavens and the earth. These cosmic wars could be seen as intergalactic conflicts, with Earth as a battlefield for rival alien civilizations. The weapons described in these stories, with their immense destructive power, may have been advanced technological devices brought by these extraterrestrial beings. In fact, the Bhagavata Purana, another ancient text, mentions Lord Vishnu's avatar as Vamana, the dwarf god, who is said to have taken 3 steps that covered the entire universe. Such feats sound more like interstellar travel or dimension shifting than anything achievable in the physical realm as we understand it. Could Vamana have been an extraterrestrial being capable of manipulating time, space, and reality itself? Let's not forget the Naglok, the realm of the Nagas, serpentine beings who were said to live in underground cities or even in the sky. The Nagas were often associated with otherworldly wisdom and advanced technology. Some speculate that the Nagas could have been an alien race that maintained secret bases on Earth, hidden from the general population but known to a select few. Their underground cities could be viewed as extraterrestrial outposts, while their serpentine imagery may symbolize the alien appearance that ancient humans found difficult to describe. And then we have Mount Meru, the mythical mountain said to be at the center of the universe, often described as a link between the earthly and divine realms. Could Mount Meru have been a beacon or a portal for extraterrestrial beings to enter and exit our world? The descriptions of Meru as a golden, radiant mountain with dimensions that defy the laws of physics make it seem less like a terrestrial formation and more like a technologically advanced structure, or perhaps even a space station of some kind. The concept of gods descending from the sky is not unique to Hinduism. Similar stories exist in ancient Egyptian, Sumerian and Mesoamerican cultures. All of these civilizations speak of beings who came from the heavens, bringing wisdom, power and advanced knowledge. In Hindu mythology, these beings were the Devas. But were they gods in the way we think of gods today, or were they visitors from another world? The rishis, or sages, of ancient India are also said to have received knowledge directly from the gods. These rishis were capable of astral projection, traveling to other dimensions and communicating with higher beings. Could their encounters with the gods have been interactions with extraterrestrials, guiding humanity's spiritual and intellectual evolution? In fact, many of the ancient texts attributed to these sages contain knowledge that seems far ahead of its time. Advanced mathematics, astronomy and cosmology. How could such advanced understanding emerge in a time when most of the world was still in the early stages of civilization? Could it be that the rishis were receiving this knowledge from beings who were not of this earth? It's important to consider how the language and symbolism of ancient texts often reflected the limited understanding of the time. The idea of chariots of fire or celestial palaces may have been the only way early humans could describe the technology they were witnessing. Today, with our understanding of space travel, advanced weaponry and artificial intelligence, it's possible that these mythological stories were not myths at all, but distorted accounts of actual events involving extraterrestrial visitors. Of course, the ancient astronaut theory remains controversial. Traditional scholars argue that these stories are purely symbolic and should be interpreted as metaphors for spiritual truths rather than literal descriptions of alien visitors. But the question remains, why do so many cultures, separated by vast distances and time periods, share such similar stories of gods descending from the sky in advanced flying machines? Why do we find recurring motifs of cosmic wars, advanced technology and divine beings guiding human evolution? In the end, whether the gods of Hindu mythology were truly extraterrestrial visitors or purely symbolic beings, the stories they left behind continue to captivate our imagination. These tales challenge us to think beyond our earthly confines, to consider the possibility that we are not alone in the universe, and to entertain the idea that the answers to our greatest mysteries may lie not only in the heavens, but in the ancient stories passed down through generations. The notion that gods could be ancient astronauts may sound far-fetched to some, but it offers a fascinating lens through which we can reinterpret the ancient stories of the Vedas and the epics. Whether symbolic or literal, the idea of advanced beings visiting Earth in the distant past sparks our imagination, asking us to question the nature of divinity, technology, and the universe itself. Perhaps the Devas were more than myth. They may have been the original visitors from the stars, inspiring generations with their cosmic knowledge and extraordinary power.